This video is about what happens when there are cloudy days off the grid. When this happens, the sun doesn't hit the panels and you have no electric. And this would happen only if there was a whole lot of days probably without sun. But probably one day without sun is one of those days where I might have no electric at night. So when I have no electric at night, I have no lights at night, and I can't charge anything, including my cell phone or my laptop. So if you've had no sun for days and your only way of generating electricity is the solar panels, then there is no way to charge anything. No laptop, no cell phone, like I said. So no Kindle and no running water if you have a pump too. In the winter, this happens around solstice time in upstate New York, when the sun rises at 7:30 and sets at 4:30 p.m. If it's cloudy, there is no way to charge the batteries, regardless of when the sun rises or sets. So I really have to prioritize my electricity use. If you are a YouTuber off the grid, it's harder. I use the hotspot on my phone to upload videos if the videos are small enough. Otherwise, I go and find Wi-Fi. And if my computer isn't charged, I can't work on editing videos. Also, as a YouTuber, I have no extra lights, so making videos at night is really difficult. This is why the lighting in my videos seems sort of not perfect, and it's mainly because I have a hard time lighting the videos. Having light enough at night to film is a feat for people living off the grid. If my Kindle isn't charged, I have no entertainment for the night, because I don't like reading a real book from a candlelight. I've used my headlamp for this before, but I don't really like it. And if there is no house battery, I can't run water, because I have a pump that runs the water in my house. If I can't run water, I can't wash dishes. This year, though, I was lucky enough to get some gravity feed water into my house by reworking the plumbing. And I can heat the water on the wood stove or the cooking stove. And this way I can wash dishes. But I still can't take a shower or a bath. Showers are hit or miss in the winter anyway. And the reason is because the propane tanks don't vaporize very well if they're low. And if they don't vaporize very well, then the water doesn't get very hot because the flame isn't high enough. The water is only about lukewarm, and that isn't really hot enough for a shower. I've gone easily a week without a shower before. Write in the comments if you could go a week without a shower. If you have a pump that runs the water, enough to power the batteries, and you have some sun, you might actually have enough to take a shower. But you have to take it during the day, or else you'll zap the batteries and you won't have any lights at night. If you drained your battery the night before, you won't be able to have lights that night, and you will have to wait until the sun hits it a little bit in order to charge it a little bit before you can start tapping it again the next day. I'm glad to have lithium batteries because I've abused them well past what lead acid batteries could take. I've gone down as low as 10.5 volts. You can't do this with a lead acid battery or you'll kill it. As low as you can get with a lead acid battery is 12.6. I love my lithium batteries, and they are small, but they are very tough. They're only about 7 pounds a piece, as opposed to a lead acid battery, which could be about 80 pounds, and sometimes even more, a lot more, like 200 pounds. If I have no power to run the lights, I use my headlamp all the time. I have actually multiple headlamps. I use candles sometimes too, but they can be a hazard and I don't really like to do it very much. I've tried the electric tea lights, but they are so dim they hardly do anything. Headlamps are definitely my light of choice when I have no power in my house. I'm glad I don't use electricity to do anything important in my house, like heating my house or cooking my food. I use a wood stove to heat and a propane stove to cook my food. Sometimes if my wood stove is hot enough, I'll use it to cook on. The one awesome thing is that I have no electricity bill, and I haven't had one for 6 years. Sometimes you might have a little power, and if you do, you have to prioritize how you're going to use your electric. I usually pick charging my cell phone. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the bell for new notifications.